Did you have any issues being black in Japan?
Oh, definitely. I mean, it's quite serious. I mean, if I say I'm going to details to break it down, I don't think we're going to leave here now. We got married for more than how many years that the family didn't even know that we were married.
Thanks so much for sitting down with me today. So I interviewed your daughter, Marintia, who is just over there.
My dad is Ghanaian, my mom is Japanese.
Many of you might recognise Marintia from the interview we did back in June. I hope you enjoyed this two-part series with her dad, Stephan, about his life in Japan, and the second part will be about his hotel in Ghana. So what area were you born in Ghana?
In Accra. I was born in Accra, yeah.
Nice.
So in the center of Accra, business district. That is the Mokola area.
Oh, yeah.
That's where I was born.
At what stage did you move to Japan?
I moved to Japan 1989.
What made you just decide to choose Japan?
Well, I mean, I have a cousin whose name is Thomas, who he was the first guy to go to Japan, and when he got to Japan, he said, "Steve, why don't you come over? It's a nice place. It's a place that, you know, I know you are business oriented. You can do something." So that's what made me move to Japan, and then I mean, I really started, you know, living in Japan then. Yeah.
How long did you stay in Japan, and what did you do when you were there?
First, when I went to Japan, I worked for a company that called Mitoyo Jishio. Mitoyo, they produce all plastic in all Japan Nissan cars. So I worked for that company for a year, and then I started my own business. Yeah.
Okay. What was your business working with?
I was into fashion, clothing.
Oh,
so,
cool.
You know, we were one of the first Ghanaians to start, or I would say black people to start the hip hop. You know, those days, the hip hop, the big jeans, the t-shirt, those kind of stuff. We are the first people to start in Japan.
Because now hip hop, there's a big culture of hip hop in Japan.
Right, yes. It started, I think, early 90s. That, you know, every kid want to be in the black fashion, you know, put on big jeans, big t-shirt, watching people like Snoop Dogg, people like two black guys, all those black fashions, yeah.
And did you learn to speak Japanese?
Yes, I learned speaking Japanese in Japan, yeah. But it's interesting the way I learned Japanese. I mostly watch TV. I like watching TV. And then every Saturday, Sunday, or in the evening when I come back from work, I'll go and watch movie. I'll watch movie in the house. But because Japanese people don't speak English, there's this bilingual that you switch the TV to, and then, you know, it's.
Does it come out with English?
It come out of English.
Right.
Yeah, but I decided not to do that because most of the movies I've watched already.
Yeah.
So I know what it is, and I know
saying.
every point and what they say. So by listening to it in Japanese, then I can really revert to it in English to know. So that's what really helped me. So,
so did you just learn like organically? Did you go to any classes? Or?
No, never. So basically on TV, watching TV, and then, you know, words that I frequently see them use, I will ask someone what's the meaning of those words, and then they will tell me. So you put the pieces together.
Okay.
And then, yeah.
男の子は食べています。
I am Vanessa from the future. I'm working with Rosetta Stone, which is a language learning company. It is one of the leading language learning companies, and it works through immersion, just like how Stephan learned through watching TV and speaking to people. This is an immersive experience that you can have on your phone, computer, laptop, or tablet, any electronic device, and it's very easy to just pick things up. I'm not somebody that finds learning languages easy, but this is a way that actually it does get into my head, because it's not, you know, like reading a book doesn't work for me. And actually I really want to go to Japan. It's in like my top 5 places that I want to visit in the world. And so I've just been trying to pick up a couple of Japanese words. What I really like about this is that you actually speak back to the app and it tells you if you have pronounced it correctly, because as I was saying, when you're learning in a book, you have no idea whether what you're saying is what is written on the book or not.
男の子
Otokonoko. And if you're looking to learn one of the languages that Rosetta Stone offers, just click the link in the description below and you'll get an amazing discount on the monthly subscriptions. What is amazing is that for $199, you can get lifetime access to all of the languages. So that's like 250 hours per language forever. So you could actually just go through and learn every single language, especially just now when we're spending so much time at home. So yeah, just check that out in the description below. Yeah. And how long did you spend in Japan?
I first stayed in Japan for 2 years up to 1992. And then I came back to Ghana, stayed in Ghana for I think about a month. And went back again, and then, you know, every year I come about twice in every year. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And then you obviously met Marinthia's mum.
Yeah.
How did that happen? And did you ever imagine when you were a kid that you'd be married to a Japanese woman?
Not specifically Japanese, but I mean, when I was a kid, I have this old lady that we lived together in the same house. And then me and my cousin Thomas, you know, we always say that we're going to get married to a white woman, we're going to get... So it's like we were always having fun with it, and then the old lady will be telling us, you guys have to be serious, you know, you guys, you know, you're always making fun of getting married with a white person. So he said, what do you guys mean by that, you know? So it was very interesting when we got to Japan and both of us got married to Japanese.
Oh, yeah.
So I quite remember the first time I came back to Ghana, and then I told her, I've gotten married to Japan. So what? So you guys meant it when you were saying when you were kids? Yeah.
It came true. Yeah. And did you have any issues being black in Japan?
Oh, definitely. I mean, it's quite serious. I mean, if I say I'm going into details to break it down, I don't think we're going to leave here now, because it wasn't easy at all, especially with my mother-in-law being a typical Japanese, you know, woman, and then with her position in Japan where she used to work. I mean, she used to work for the city, and she was on top, you know, the position that she held. She couldn't see herself, I mean, introducing his son-in-law, you know, to the Japanese community. I mean, she never accepted it. Oh. She never accepted it, especially when my wife studied in Japan. In the U.S.
Oh, okay.
She went to school in the U.S. So when she moved back to Japan, you know, that's where we met. You know, through her friend, that's how we got to.
Oh, nice.
That's how we met. And then, you know, we started going out, and, you know, and then one time, you know, she told her parents, you know, she want to, you know, get married to black. They said, what do you mean by you're going to get married to black person, you know? So it was a no-go area at all. So you couldn't believe that we got married for more than how many years that the family didn't even know that we were married.
Wow.
You know, because it's only here in Ghana that you need your parents' consent to get married.
Okay.
Yeah, but, you know, over there, the only person who knew that we were married was her sister, because she went with us to the city hall to do the paperwork, and then, you know, and she was a grown person, so she doesn't have to go back home. So we lived together, you know, even when her father died, you know, the father died without even knowing that her daughter was married.
Aww.
So I quite remember I was at work when my wife called me and said, listen, the old man is gone. I said, wow. So I never had the opportunity to introduce myself to.
Oh, that's quite sad.
So I remember me and my cousin Thomas, you know, because where they were living was a little bit quite far from Tokyo. So we have to drive for about, I think, 2 hours to go there in the night when he was laying in state.
Oh.
So we have to go there. There was a waykeeping, you know, that night that all the family met. But we have to stay in our car till everybody went to bed, that there was nobody there. We have to sneak in to go and pay my last respect to
that's
you know,
really
the
sad.
old man before, you know, they went to buy. So he never had opportunity, you know. Then came to my mother-in-law, you know, so, you know, she was tough. You know, I said, no. So one time I quite remember my wife telling me that, you know, her sister said, listen, you don't know who this guy that your daughter want to marry is. So why don't you have time and then meet the guy? I said, no way. Black person? No way, not at all. So I think by convincing, because she was living with her mom, and
Okay.
I was living with my wife. So she was more closer to her mom, and then she kept pushing. So she said, okay, can you arrange for me to, meet him? So they did all the arrangements, and then I remember one Saturday, they booked a hotel in a city called Omia City. There's a hotel right in front of the station, so that I could go and meet them. So they have to book a private room.
So you could meet inside the
Yes,
room?
yeah. So private, conference, like a meeting room.
Oh.
Because, we can't meet in the restaurant, because if we meet in the restaurant, somebody who knows her, sees her with, what is going on. So it's a private room, a dedicated waiter to be with us in there. So he brings the order, goes and wait outside. If we need something, we press the bell, he will come. So we had a meeting. I quite remember the first question. And even before we went into the meeting, she have to show me how to dress to attract her. The Japanese people and the way they do their things. So I have to be in a shirt, necktie, even the necktie, what color, all those things,
like
So,
traditional.
so that, at least the appearance will be something that she will accept. So we went into the room, she came. The first question she asked was, over so many millions of Japanese women, why her daughter? And why do I want to disgrace her? She still doesn't, so I said, listen, even she have to teach me how to talk to her, use the right words, and then, because she's a typical, Japanese, you don't have to use particular words, to let her know the kind of person you are. So I answered, listen, because I love her, I'll take good care of her, I'll do this, I'll do that. So then, we finished, and then I have to leave first, because, so that people will not know that,
Oh, you're together.
yeah, we're together. So I left, and then I think about a week's time, my wife came and said, bingo, she accepted you. So she wanted a wedding.
Oh.
She wanted a wedding. I said, okay.
But you were already married?
We were already married. We were married at the city hall, but not
not
the
like a
wedding
big
gown.
wedding.
Yeah. So I said, okay, sure. So she said she wanted a wedding. And they are Christians, my wife's parents, they are Christians. So she said, what church? So I'm a Baptist. So I go to church at Tokyo Baptist Church. So it's okay, go do all the arrangements. So I went and met the pastor. We agreed on everything. She said she need only 30 people, so I have to bring 30 people, 15 from my side, 15 from my wife's side. So I invited my mom, my sister, who is passed, her soul rest in peace. So they came, and then they got to Japan the day of the wedding. They got. So whilst I was driving to the church, my cousin Thomas was also at the airport picking my parents to,
nice.
the church. So they came, changed at the wedding, grounds. It was a nice thing. We had fun, and then since then she
accepted.
Yeah, she accepted it, and then every weekend she will come home, spend the weekend there. I'm happy when she comes, because when she is there, I can also go out and do my business, and then yeah. So it was quite,
so it was a happy ending.
Yes.
That must have been so tough, though.
Oh, very. It's not only me. Most foreigners, I would say, most black people who got married to Japan, I don't know of late. Right now it's more open, and more, people. Most every day there are black people on TV, especially Ghanaians on TV. Ghanaians are doing very well in Japan by doing their own businesses. You see Miss Race Kids in Japan. So it's now more open, not like before that, someone will see you in the train and keep watching you, wondering why your skin is dark. I think those days are gone now, because it's now more open, and then more black people are on TV every day. They're watching more black movies, and then so Yeah.
The education
Yeah,
is getting
right.
there.
Yeah, so it's getting there. Else, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy at all because I quite remember when we first got married, where we used to, because she used to live in a place before I moved in to stay with her. But the landlord said she doesn't want black people, he doesn't want black in his
That's so
house.
terrible.
So I have to sneak out every morning to go to work because if the neighbors or people around see me, they might tell the landlord. So finally we have to move out. So I have to go and look for a place. So because when they accept me, then they can accept her.
Yeah.
Because when she goes to look and tell them that, my wife, my husband is a black, they say, no, 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 no. So eventually I have to go around looking for place till I got a place and then we all moved in. So, I mean, it was quite tough too. Most people who got married to Japanese around that time, that was between 89 to 96, 97. It was quite tough, yeah. Yeah.
So what did you do before you moved to Japan?
Before I moved to Japan, I told you where I was born. And then it's a place where, since I was a kid, I always see money. Because it's a business center, district, where, my dad is a trader, my mom is a trader, everybody around that neighborhood is buying and selling. So even when I was a kid, I was seeing money every day. My mom would close from work and come and pour the money down and say, sort the money out, sort, in denominations, 1 CD, this, blah. So I was seeing money every day. So it was like, and where I come from in Ghana here, we are traders, we are business people. So even those years, the higher people from where I come from will go is high school. Because right from high school, there's something for you to do.
Yeah.
The business is there for you to go and then be part of the family business. So, I was into it. So even when I was in school, I was still, when I come back from school, my dad would say, hey, go sit down, be in the shop and then start selling something. So that is how it all started. So when my dad passed away, we have no choice than to continue what he was doing. So we're in it. That was, I think, around 1983 when, Ghana went through a whole difficult time. There was no food. There was nothing to eat. You have to go and queue for food. You have to go and queue for bread. You have to go and queue for kenke. Everything you have to go and queue for. Fuel, you have to go and queue for fuel. A whole lot went on in 1983. So that's how it started. So I have to start selling beside where my mom does his trading. That's how it started. So at a point, you were not making money from those. So there were these people who were bringing biscuits from Cote d'Ivoire, Abidjan.
Oh, nice.
So they bring them, they give you maybe 10, 20 boxes. You sell, you make money. Those times you were making money, 10, 20 bucks, at least you have some money to spend, So, but at a point, you are not making that money again, so you are not making profit to spend.
Right.
So I quit. So I said, what else can I do to make sure that, I take care of my brothers and my sisters? So I said, yeah, taxi will not be a bad idea. So interestingly, I have a friend who came back from Belgium, brought some used engines. So I told him, I want to buy one of the engine. So I bought the engine. I have a friend who lives somewhere in North Kaneshie. So I went, because where we live in Mokola, it would be difficult to keep that engine there. So I took it to my friend's house, kept it in his house. Then went to a place called Kokompe. I don't know if you know Kokompe. Kokompe is somewhere they sell scrap.
Yeah, I have actually been there.
Yeah, they sell scrap. So I have to go there and then look for the car body to fix the engine in it.
Oh, wow.
So I went there.
You built the whole car from scratch?
So, the body was there. The body was there. So I have an engine. So I bought the body. I have to buy the back axle, buy the windows, the doors, everything, and then fix the whole car. It took, I think, about 3-4 months. So I fixed the car, went for the taxi license and all those things. So I started driving the taxi. And, I was making money. I was making money because every day I would bring money home so that my mom can take care of us. Every day I was bringing money home. So it continued. I bought another taxi. I bought a second taxi. And then from the taxi, I bought a van. You know, the van was for cargo,
Okay.
for goods. So, and then it continued and it continued. And I mean, is it before? No, I think in between the taxi business, you know, I was traveling to the north to buy sheep, goats, cows to come and sell in Accra.
Oh, wow.
So I was supplying some. Those days, hotels, you know, there wasn't much hotel. There was this hotel in Asalam down called Times Square Hotel. I would supply them. I would supply, there's a hotel at Achimota called Paramount Hotel. I would supply Paramount Hotel. Like few chobas in Accra, I was supplying them. So, and you make money. So when it's getting to Christmas, I'll go to a place called Asisewa, not far from Accra. I think it's about an hour drive. I'll go there, buy gold, ships, and then I'll come and sell, because during Christmas, people want to give. People buy and give. So I went through all that, sold all those stuff, you know, and you make money because, I mean, you always see money.
Yeah.
Yeah, you always see money, so you enjoy. So I quite enjoyed what I did, you know.
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
yeah,
Oh, amazing. What's your dream?
My dream was to be rich, build the tallest, you know, building in Accra. It was my dream. So when I first built this, which was a 7-story, you know, together with the car park, the basement, everything 7-story in East Legon, and it was the tallest building. I said, wow, I've done something. And, you know, I said to myself, can I put helipad on top?
GHANAIAN owned hotel. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to make sure that you're notified. Press the bell for part 2. And if you are interested in Rosetta Stone and that $199 deal, then click on the link in my description. See you soon.